So the seeds of the Real Deal program actually came about from my own experience as a student in the late 80s. I've always felt that the school really didn't do a very effective job of sort of blending the student body with the business community, and that we could do a lot better. And I kept saying that this was actually the potential game changer that Haskayne could offer that no other Canadian university could.
So how does the program benefit students who interact with us? I mean, first and foremost, it's a complement to their studies. You know, theory and the technical skills are hugely important, but I think it's also critical to know what it looks like in real life. I think too, part of it is that, you know, it gives you contacts in these communities, right? You know, I've never met a single panelist who has not been not only willing, but actually eager to connect with students after class.
I think what's really important and not necessarily taught in schools is how we build trust with people, how to start even the smallest conversation, or let's say bringing something to the table. And I think that we want to model this for the community. So I think we're really the first step. We want to give them that experience that they go back to when they're leaders and say that because somebody did this for me and it was so important to me at that time that I'm going to model my mentoring style and the way that I give the community in very much the same way.
I think a program like The Real Deal really helps complement the academic program because it adds a reality to what they're learning from their textbooks. And while there's great value in the material that are in those textbooks, I think the real magic happens when we can see those things actually occurring in reality. I think it's so important for the students to learn the language, learn the way people downtown and people in industry are interacting and the way they're speaking about these topics, so that when they begin their careers and their professions, they're ready to speak the language of business, they're ready to engage with people on these topics.
I remember so fondly my favorite classes when I was here at the Haskayne School of Business were the ones that were taught by sessional instructors that still were actively involved in industry. And so they came with that real world perspective and made it real. And that's what business leaders should do. They should look for ways to give back to the school, to make those business concepts really concrete, and reward the students with a little bit of a glimpse to what their future might look like.
The Real Deal program has influenced my career aspirations by making me more open-minded and optimistic just by learning from the panelists, talking about their careers, because I feel as a university student, I'm often really worried about where my career is going to go or the next steps, and I feel like it was really nice to learn and hear from them that it's not set in stone, so I don't have to figure everything out right now, and I can just work on my university career, graduate, and then go from there and see where my career takes me.
Participating in the Real Deal impacts my personal development by giving me the opportunity and reminding me to pause and reflect and to think about all the opportunities that I still have to learn and grow and develop as a leader. So, spoiler alert, leaders are not perfect. They are still developing, and hopefully you always want to continue to develop. And so taking that opportunity to leave the office, to be immersed again with students, is that reminder that I'm not at the destination. I still have that opportunity to grow and learn professionally.
Haskayne is such an important part of the ecosystem. It's where I understand what the business school is teaching. But I think even more importantly is for me to get a pulse on what the leaders of tomorrow are thinking and what's important to them.
I would want to say a huge thank you to Derrick Hunter and the Hunter family. On campus here at the University of Calgary, they have obviously been tremendous champions of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial thinking. They are in many ways responsible for the University of Calgary being Canada's most enterprising university, and that is no small feat.
we've made a commitment for 10 years to try and build this and scale it. And it relies on the business community getting behind it, which is obviously, we have to put our shoulder to the wheel and make that happen, but I'm confident. My experience is that when you put the touch on Calgary business people, they tend to come on board. So I'm not worried about that. And I hope over time, more of the lecturers and professors will recognize that this can be a useful addition to their curriculum to add a different perspective on what they're teaching.
I think I was really, really fortunate that my professor was one of the people that wanted to be a part of this program, because it put me in front of 3 professionals that I had never met before, and I probably would have never met before. And it happened at a time where I was going through all my networking and my job interview, so it was really nice to have people put in front of me to kind of push me to take that next step, because I think going up to industry professionals, if they don't come to you first, can be a little bit daunting, but it was a really nice way to break the ice that I'm more comfortable reaching out to people in the future.